What's up, guys? We are on day 22, and the theme for today is all y'all. We'll be looking at Luke chapter 5, verses 30 to 32, where it talks about the Pharisees and their scribes judging Jesus for eating with tax collectors and sinners. So it says, "And the Pharisees and the scribes grumbled at his disciples, saying, 'Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners?' And Jesus answered them, 'Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance.'" To grumble not at Jesus, but at his disciples, what a passive-aggressive way for Pharisees and scribes to behave. They have the legal authority and personalities to chastise Jesus. Instead, they directed their challenge to the ones they were insulting. And I imagine this ragtag dinner party had no idea how to respond. All of it was so new. They just met Jesus. So they were thinking he was maybe the long-awaited Messiah. They couldn't have been 100% sure. Not to mention they were, in fact, hanging out with society's most despised, a category that included a few of them. Certainly, the Pharisees' question had crossed the minds of everyone sitting at the table. I'll bet they leaned in to hear Jesus' response. He had recently gained a lot of notoriety. People were traveling from Galilee, Judea, and Jerusalem to hear him preach and see him heal. No doubt the assumption of the religious leaders was that he'd be impressive, that he'd looked and behaved like them, like someone worthy of the reports they were getting. On the contrary, instead they found a normal-looking guy hanging out with normal people, doing normal people things like eat. That's it. When he wasn't casting out demons and making blind men see, as it was mentioned in Luke chapter 5 verse 29, where it says that Jesus was reclining at the table with them. He was relaxed and shooting the breeze. He was getting to know them and they him. When the Pharisees showed up at Matthew's house uninvited, I wonder if they rang the doorbell before barging in. I wonder if they stood in the corner whispering like middle school girls. I wonder if they grumbled loudly and pretended Jesus couldn't hear them from 3 feet away. I wonder if they came prepared with specific questions, but changed courses when they saw Jesus with the riffraff. I wonder if anyone at the table was offended by their question, or if they were too used to being hated and judged to care. I wonder if the Pharisees' question endured the insulted guest to Jesus or the move. Surely his answer did. I'll see your passive-aggressive, indirect question and raise you with an indirect statement of my own. I'm calling sinners to repentance, not the righteous. While his answer shut them up, which was no doubt fun for the spectators, I have a feeling the Pharisees sensed the meaning of Romans chapter 3, 10 to verse 10 to 12, where it says, "None is righteous, no, not one. No one understands, no one seeks God. All have turned aside, together they have become worthless. So no one does good, no, not one." Perhaps a more direct response would have been, "I'm hanging out with the people who know they need me. I don't hang out with people who are too self-righteous to know they need me. But you do need me. All y'all just desperately do." So thank God for offering health for your sin sickness, and ask Him to give you the same soft heart towards the sick that Christ had. Here are some moving forward questions. What are the areas of your life where you need a physician? What are the areas of your life where you need a physician? When have you been guilty of the Pharisees' judgment here? When have you been guilty of the Pharisees' judgment here? Who do you know who wouldn't be considered healthy by church leaders? And how can you treat them as Jesus treated the sick? Who do you know who wouldn't be considered healed by church leaders? And how can you treat them as Jesus treated the sick? And that will conclude our day 22 with a theme of all y'all. I actually really like today's passage because I feel like we humans love to, like, when I say love, meaning like constantly judges others, me included. We judge people, right? But we are so focused on judging others that we don't see our own fault. It's like a verse, I forgot where in the Bible it says this, but like when Jesus says, like, tries to tell people to stop worrying about other people and worry about yourself. Find out what your personal issues are with. Anything. Get your personal issues resolved before going about fixing other people. And sometimes people don't want to be fixed. And like, I wouldn't say it's okay in a sense, but you can't force them to. It's like the saying, like, stop wasting your energy on trying to fix people if they don't want to be fixed or want help. And like, that's like, it's a really hard truth, just because, like, especially for me, it's like, I really want to help people. That's just kind of who I am stuff. But sometimes I feel like I try too hard to help people where it doesn't come out as helpful. It just sounds more like judgmental, which is something obviously I want to work on. Like, I don't want to go shaming people or telling people what to do. But yeah, just as you reflect on your own life, it's like, what area of your life do you need to focus on healing before you go about trying to heal other people? So yeah, go and walk with God.